Okay? So, this is our format, no? On each stock, we will talk about some fundamentals and news. Okay? And then from the fundamental and news, we will move to the technical. Sa technical, we are talking about two things. The trend or pattern and then the guidance. Okay? Sa guidance, may dalawa ulit. These are the holder or entry. Ibig sabihin nito kay holder, kung halimbawang may hawak ka na ng stock na yun, ano yung mga pwede mong gawin in the next coming days? Kumbaga may ano ka, nakabili ka na before, regardless kung nasa taas o nasa baba. Pero meron kang stock doon sa portfolio mo nito. While si entry naman is ito yung mga nasa watchlist pa lang natin, nag-aabang kung saan magandang pumasok. Okay? So yun ang entry strategy. So pag-uusapan natin yan. Now, in terms of how I do things, fundamentals and news, basically ang reference ko dito will be the brokers. Okay? When I say the brokers, kung mapapansin nyo rito, I have First Metro and I have COL Financial. Oops. Oh, andyan na pa si REIT. Okay, sorry. Medyo na-distract ako doon. So, ayun. Yun yung natin pagdating sa fundamentals. I look at the records na meron available kay First Metro tsaka kay Call or any other broker na meron ako. Pero silang dalawa kasi yung pinakamarami yung coverage na stock. Kaya sila yung madalas kong ginagamit. At the same time, I am also looking at Twitter. I'm following other traders, no? Mapa-investor man yan, kilala o hindi, I do follow them para naman at least makita ko kung ano mga napag-uusapan and ma-check natin sila later on. If in case na kung gusto niyo malaman ko sino yung mga fina-follow ko, you can follow me back and then para makita nyo no, kung sino-sino. And then of course, para makita nyo rin yung mga tweets ko from time to time. Okay? Now, sa technical, this is my approach kay technical. I always start with a trend. Okay? Dahil naniniwala ako that trend is your friend until it doesn't. Okay? When I say trend is your friend until it doesn't, we have to identify the trend first. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going sideways? And then from that, we will try to identify kung nasaan na siya sa kanyang sa pangalan nito, kung nasaan na siya in terms of its condition, no? Kung halimbawang downtrend ba yung stock na to, is it ripe for bounce or is it going on a sideways? Diba? If it's going up naman, then are we seeing any potential consolidation at the top? And baka yung next sign bigla na siyang bumaba. Okay? That's where we use patterns, chart patterns para at least aware kayo kung how we can trade them properly. Okay? And then on the guidance later on, ito lang just to give a quick insight, I am a big fan of support and resistance. So yun yung madalas ninyong makikita sa mga charting ko. Okay, just very basic kasi naniniwala ako na you have to go back, be a good, kumbaga kailangan ma-master mo muna yung the simplest part, yung pinaka-fundamental nung isang technical analysis. And for me, that is the support and resistance. Okay, when I say support and resistance, you will see vertical lines and diagonal lines almost every time dun sa mga stocks. Okay? I sometimes use MACDs, RSIs, those other indicators. Pero kasi ako ayoko nang masyadong marami nakikitang mga kung ano-ano sa charts, nakakapanggulo sila minsan. Okay? Pero kung halimbawa wala akong makitang maayos na trend sa kanya, then I can check those indicators as well. But again, majority will be on support and resistance. Okay? So, yun. Ganun yung ginagawa ko on the technical side. Now, going back, so URC. Now, uh, medyo nakapag-research na ako ng konti, and kung mapapansin niyo, ito yung itsura ng aking charts. Okay? Medyo mahilig ako pag nakikita ko mga news, I always try to add them. Ganito. I add as a text. And then, lalagay ko lang ng date para alam ko, for example, kung kailan. And then kung ano-ano lang. Okay? Now, for example, etong kay URC, kahapon, I reviewed URC. And ito nga, ito yung mga napulot kong mga news. So, yun yung i-discuss natin. Okay. In terms of the news kahapon, may nabasa akong article from First Metro na medyo mataas ang risk kay URC or any snacks, beverage related stock. Simply because there is ang government or a Congress, they are trying to push for a higher tax dun sa mga sugar products and junk foods. And of course, we know URC has those. Diba? It has yung mga chips, C2, and among other things. Okay? A couple of days back naman, nung Monday, I have seen the news naman na URC is trying to, they wanted to change their bylaws. Dahil at this time, ang bylaws kasi ng URC is more on foods. No? So, they wanted to change that, make an amendment to include hindi ko alam yung classification ng alcohol. Alcohol na yung isopropyl or ethyl. Okay, hindi yung alak na alcohol. So because they wanted to use those yung surplus nila ng sugar and produce them into an ethyl alcohol. Okay, so that is still in progress. Now, this is something good for the future. However, ito yung medyo malaking bagay na nakakaapekto sa stock ni URC today, which is yung taxation sa snacks and junk foods. Okay? Now, in terms of the technical, we can see here na si URC is doing a sideways, no? Although, kung mapapansin natin dito, merong malaking chunk, this one and this one na nagawa niya a few weeks ago. Okay? But then, ito yung pinaka nag-normalize. Some would say na URC is also doing a head and shoulders, the pattern. If we can see here, ito siya. This is your first neck. This is the head. And then, ito yung another one. Ito yung right neck ng URC. Okay? If we go along with the head and shoulders pattern, then it's not a good news for URC holders because as we know, URC head and shoulder pattern is a reversal. No? When I say reversal, it looks you have to consider yung previous trend niya. The previous trend is going up from here. Diba? And kung reversal pattern ang head and shoulders, then that means potentially it can go down. Okay? So we'll just have to wait for the next couple of days. And that will also be my next point, which is etong support niya, no? That I have seen at around 118 pesos. Okay. Now, in terms of strategy, ano pwede natin gawin dito? Kung halimbawa, you are a holder, may hawak ka na ng URC, depende ito kung saan ka nakabili. No? Most likely, nakabili ka sa bandang taas. If we are talking about 1 to 2 months, mo siyang nabili. Then, that means you have to prepare for a cut loss. Okay? Magandang ginawa ng candle neto nung Friday, kahapon, dahil nag-bounce siya. We can see that this green candle here and I would like to see another green candle on Monday para at least masabi natin na okay, stable pa itong support niya at 118 pesos. Okay? But then again, make sure na you have your cut loss ready. Pag ito bumaba, nag-close at below 118, then If I have URC, I will sell and move on to the next available stock. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa meron naman kung nag-aabang kayo ng URC, then that means following the same formula, we have seen tanggalin ko muna to ha. We have seen this candle nung kahapon. Then, again, let's wait for the next candle na hopefully is ganito yung itsura niya. And a green candle. Okay? Ang maganda dito, it should be higher high and higher low. If that happens, then that means na-confirm natin na this part here is solid and most likely URC is going to bounce. Most likely. Okay? And potentially you can target 135 pesos. So that will be an upside of, let's say, tingnan natin. About 9%. Okay? Sa ganitong condition ng market, 9% is okay. Okay? Kasi medyo unstable yung market natin in general. So, kailangan we also adjust our outlook, no, pagdating sa stock. Yep, so that's my take on URC. Let's go with JFC naman. Okay. Si JFC is quite interesting. Teka ha, ito matagal ko lang nagamit tong yung R1, R2 na to. So, couple of days ago, I saw a news kay JFC related doon sa nag-announce sila na they are expecting a bounce or a recovery, a decent recovery from the pandemic. Okay? Now, despite that news na it should be positive in terms of sentiment, hindi siya kinagat ng market. How did I know na hindi siya kinagat ng market? Dahil kung mapapansin niyo, the stock is still going. The stock is still registering lower lows. Diba? Okay. And at the same time, kung mapapansin natin, the Jollibee right now is doing a consolidation, no? From this range of 100, I would say 120, here around off ko na siya kasi 119.86 dito eh. So this is 120 until 150. No? It appears that itong 150 medyo solid to. Matagal na siyang tinatry na nabasagin but for some reason wala. Hindi talaga siya nagpapatinag. Okay? Now, in terms of strategy kay URC, as I've mentioned, it's doing a consolidation. No? And with the consolidation, kung halimbawa meron kang hawak na JFC, hopefully medyo nakakuha ka sa bandang baba. Otherwise, prepare for 120 na I think pwede niyang puntahan in the next coming days. No? Kasi wala pa ako nakikita na talagang I would say na solid news to dispute yung negative sentiment sa food industry today. When I say food industry, restaurants. Okay? I don't have to, siguro naman you are quite familiar na rin with what's happening, no? So hindi na ako magdidig down doon, but just to give you some insights on that. Okay? So ayan. Okay. JFC, we are still looking at it na negative sa Q2. Most of the stocks will most likely do the same sa Q2. Okay, now going back to sa guidance natin, no, if you're a holder, then watch out for 120 and set your cut loss point sa area na yan. Okay? When do we say na pwede tayong mag-cut loss? Kapag nag-close below 120. Okay? Kasi 'di ba, some of you, at least I have questions before wherein kailan po ba mag-generate or kailan po ba mag-execute ng trade? Yung kumbaga pag sinabi natin confirmation candle, intraday ba or closing? Ako, I always use closing. Dahil ang intraday kasi is masyadong volatile usually ang intraday. So, hindi mo siya madalas makukuhanan doon. And pagka-closing kasi, doon mo na makikita yung actual sentiment. Kumbaga, yun yung doon na sila nag-agree lahat on that particular price. Unlike intraday na tag of war pa yan. Okay? So, ano ang itsura kailan ka magka-cut loss kapag yung stock ay ganito ang nangyari sa kanya. So for example, umabot siya ng, wag naman sana, 114 pesos, nag-close siya at 114, then abang ka na on that closing date, on that closing. Okay? Yun yung ginagawa ko. Kapag nakikita ko na medyo alanganin na siya, bumababa na siya doon from its support, abangan ko na yan on the closing. At pag nakita kong yun na yung nag-confirm na price sa kanya at anong oras yung closing natin? 12:50, di ba? Yung start nung ano. Yeah. At around 12:50, pag nakita akong 118 na yan, 119 or 117, ganon. Then, sasalangan ko na ng sell yung stock na yun. Kasi mahirap na maipit. Some would say na, pwede pa rin naman kasing mag-bounce yan kinabukasan di ba? Well, that's true. Pwede naman Pero, at the same time, pwede pa rin naman na bumaba pa siya lalo. Di ba? So, this is where your strategy will come in. Ako kasi, yung strategy ko is, I make the cut loss point. Pag na-trigger yung cut loss point ko or pag na-hit yung cut loss point ko, regardless kung may news ka pa, well, siguro hindi naman lagi, no? Pero kung halimbawa on a normal day, I will definitely cut it. And then move on to the next stock. Pag bumalik siya, then okay, abangan ko na lang siya ulit for another good entry. Okay? So, yan. Kung halimbawa naman na nag-aabang kayo kay JFC, then 120. Wait for the bounce. Okay? So, dun lang kayo ako dun lang ako nagre-rely sa bounce. And pag nagstay yan above the 120, then that means, ano na yan, medyo solid na yung support and it could be ripe for a reversal. No? And then, always anticipate yung iyong tawag ito, target price ha. Kasi kahit naman mag-bounce yan, pero ang target mo pala 5% lang upside, then you might want to go to another stock na mas maganda yung upside. Kay JFC is, gaano kalaki yung upside nito? Kung sakali on the range. Okay, medyo maganda, 25%. 25% upside kung sakali na makachempo kayo at 120. Okay? So, yun yung take ko kay JFC. Next, green. Green, wala akong masyado napapansing balita kay green. Kahit sa Twitter, wala. These are US, yeah. Wala masyado. Medyo tahimik si green. So, let's move on to the chart na lang muna sa kanya. Green is quite interesting simply because as you can see, itong MA50 and MA200 is about to pop. Ibig kong sabihin dito, it's about to go into golden cross. Okay? When I say golden cross, ito yung pag nag-meet yung MA, yung short MA sa long MA. I always use MA50 tsaka MA200. Okay, so para at least alam nyo lang. Some would use MA20, MA50. On the shorter naman, some would use MA10 and MA29 or MA30, no? But for me, dahil medyo long term yung hindi man ganun ka long term, pero at least mas mahaba-haba yung time frame ko, then I use MA200 and MA50. And here's a tip. Kung naghahanap kayo ng mas solid na entry point or sorry, na signal, then always refer to the long-term indicators. So that's why I use MA200 tsaka MA50. Mapansin nyo, halos magkalapit na sila, no? And usually, when that happens, kapag nag-break itong MA50 to MA dito sa MA200, madalas na ang nangyayari sa stock ay lumilipad or umaangat, tumataas yung presyo. Okay? So, ayun. Now, in terms of the guidance, kung halimbawa may hawak akong green, depende ito kung saan kayo nakabili. What I like about green is that it is now above MA200. That means, for me, it's on the bullish side. Okay? Kung may hawak akong green, then ang aabangan ko dito will be itong 160, 1.6. Okay? Dito ako maglalagay ng cut loss. And then, saan ako maglalagay ng target price ko? I will most likely, etong 216 sana will be good kaso I feel na masyado siyang mataas for the stock at this time dahil medyo unstable pa rin tayo. So, I will adjust that and move it dito sa around the 192. And with the 192, potential upside mo at least on this area will be around 669. Medyo maliit. Medyo maliit siya. Okay? Pero pwede nyo pa rin i-hold kung halimbawa ang hawak ninyo and nasa baba naman kayo nakabili sa kanya. Kung nag-aabang kayo, nasa watchlist nyo pa lang si Green, then ako, I would siguro consider starting buying Green simply because of the potential golden cross sa kanya. Okay? So yun yung magiging pinaka-target ko, no? Potential golden cross. And at the same time kasi, as we can see here, medyo maganda yung support niya sa MA200. No? So hopefully magtuloy-tuloy lang si Green. Okay lang na mag-consolidate siya dito. Walang problema. Okay? When I say consolidate, etong area na to. Or I think I would extend it here. Ayan. Okay lang na mag-consolidate yan dyan kasi madalas naman a stock na rallying needs to have a good consolidation para makita natin yung pag-angat niya ulit in the future, no? So ayan, kung nag-aabang kayo ng green, ayun nga pala, sinabi ko na, kung nag-aabang kayo ng green, ayun, I will be starting to buy green siguro paunti-unti hanggang sa makita ko kung saan siya papunta. Okay? Especially kung mag-breakout yan dito, si Green, then ayun na. Mas maganda na yung laban. Okay? So yun, that's my take on Green. Next, ACEPH. ACEPH is the energy or power company ni Ayala. Okay? So, with this one, teka, ano ba yung mga nakuha ko dito? So, Ayala's AC Energy to develop solar farm in India. Yes. Actually, medyo, ang napansin ko dito kay ACEPH, aggressive yung management team in terms of potential expansion. Their target is to have 5,000 megawatts capacity by 2025. Okay, so 5,000 megawatts in 2025. Okay, and that's why they are trying to expand na rin outside of the Philippines. So they had Vietnam, and then recently, in-update nila na meron din sila sa India. Okay, but then medyo matagal pa siya kasi this one is first quarter of 2021 while this is, yung sa Vietnam naman is third quarter ng 2021. Okay. I do like ACEPH in terms of its fundamentals simply because I think isa ito sa mga potentially good na growth stocks. Okay? When I say growth stock, ito yung mga medyo magaganda or mataas ang potential in the long run. Okay? However, kapag mataas ang potential mo, then that means the risk will also be higher compared to the others. So you have to also take that into consideration. Now, in terms of technical, as we can see, consolidation din si ACEPH. Actually, no, kung napapansin natin, halos lahat ng stock is nasa consolidation phase right now. Two things dito. I can see na mukhang karamihan hindi pa sigurado or nagpapakiramdaman pa kung saan papunta talaga yung economy, and that's why nagko-consolidate. The second one is yung outside naman influence, global market, no? Dahil sa global pandemic, medyo may hesitation din yung mga foreign investors on where to go, no? They have seen Philippines as one of the ang tawag ito, sustainable or medyo maganda, strong foundation in terms of stock price, no? So maybe that is a good indicator na they could consider us. Okay? Now going back to ACEPH, as I've mentioned, consolidation phase siya. Kung may hawak akong ACEPH, then most likely I will be placing my cut loss point dito sa 215, 214 area. Okay? And my target will be 244 na medyo malapit-lapit na siya. Okay? Kung nag-aantay naman ako, I'm waiting for ACEPH for kung saan pwede pumasok, then dalawa yung pwede kong i-consider. The first one is itong support at 215. Pag umabot siya dyan, then most likely that is a good entry point. And then the second one, and mas stronger for me, is a breakout. Okay? Once na mag-breakout yung presyo kay ACEPH. Now, some of you would think, teka, sayang naman yung opportunity kung halimbawa dito pa ako sa taas bibili at 244 as opposed to 214, di ba? Well, that's the thing. Pagdating kasi sa breakout place, madalas talaga you have to take the risk na mas mataas na yung presyong pagkukunan mo. But then again, yung pressure nung presyo niya, nung stock price, will be much higher as compared to dito na part sa baba. Dahil dito kasi, as I've mentioned, etong consolidation part is, di ba, nandito yung hesitation ng market eh. While pag nag-breakout, that means majority of the investors and traders consider na mas mataas pa yung pupuntahan ng isang stock. That's why medyo mas malakas ang hatak ng breakout as opposed to buying on bounce. Okay? But at the end of the day, as I've mentioned, kayo pa rin masusunod. Kung gusto nyo i-trade yung range lang ni ACEPH, okay lang. Pero kung gusto nyo mag-trade using the breakout, then for me, it's much better. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on ACEPH. Next, APX. APX is a mining company na, ayun, no? I think na pag-usapan natin tong si APX last time. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng graph dito. I mean, ng resistance, no? So, Apex Mining, as we have seen here, nagkaroon na siya ng breakout noong Wednesday. And this is a good sign, no? Whenever there's a breakout, then that means potentially yung price neto will be a lot higher. Okay? Tingnan ko saan pa pwedeng target price dito kay Apex. With Apex, I can see it here, and at the same time, ito yung bigger one. Ayan. So ito yung mga potential na pupuntahan ni APX in terms of its resistance, no? current price is 145. Then that means etong next is 173 followed by area ng 193 hanggang 2 pesos. Those are the next potential target prices. Okay. Now, pagdating dito kay Apex, halimbawang holder ako ng Apex, meron ako nabili. Hopefully dito ka nakakabili sa below 135. Okay? If dito ka nakabili below 135, then just stay put. Hintay ka lang. Okay? You have all the, kumbaga, ang swerte mo kasi yung next cut loss point is mataas na. So, kahit mag-cut loss ka, you are still on a gain. Diba? So, hindi na siya cut loss. Cut lang siya. Okay? So, once again, ito yung magiging cut loss point ng mga may hawak, 137. Okay? And then, just wait out na umabot siya ng mas mataas na presyo, which is the next is 173. 173 to 175. Yun yung magiging next potential target niya. And that has an upside of, kung halimbawa, another almost 20%. Not bad, not bad. This is especially true para doon naman sa mga nag-aabang. Okay? Here's the thing with the breakout. Sa breakout kasi kung halimbawang hindi ka pa nakabili sa baba, then your next opportunity is the anong tawag dito? Yung pullback. Okay? As we can see, nagkaroon na ng pullback etong si APX nung Thursday after ng breakout dito. So, pullback is this one. Umabot siya ng, magkano to? 138. And then, nag-close siya ulit sa taas. Okay? And then, kahapon, napansin natin, it opened ng mas mataas, but then it closed ng lower. Pero kahit na nag-close siya ng lower, safe pa rin etong breakout point mo. So, that means, kung yun yung strategy ko, buying on pullback, then yung Friday sana or yung Thursday will be a good entry date. Pero since hindi ka pa nakabili, then the next potential entry na pwede mong i-check will be wait for Monday or Tuesday. Tingnan mo kung ano mangyayari. Kasi kung halimbawang umangat ulit yan, let's say dito, ganito na yung next na candle niya, then for me, I would say I'll buy na kahit konti. Kasi napag-iwanan na ako dito eh. Napag-iwanan na ako dito sa pullback sana. No? So, ayun. And then of course, your cut loss is 137. When I say buy konti, ibig sabihin kung halimbawang, kunwari lang ang budget mo for one stock is 20K, then siguro you can start with kahit kalahati muna, mga 10K, parang just testing the waters. Okay? So, ayun, that's my take on APX. So, congrats kung may hawak ang APX. The stock is looking good. At the same time kasi si APX is gold. Gold yung pinaka-product niya. And as we saw doon sa market, ano nga ba yung, alam ko umabot ng 1.9 na yung presyo ng I think XAU, ayun, ito. XAU USD. Ayun, no? Halos umabot na siya ng 1.9. Actually, umabot na siya ng 1.9. Tama. Medyo nagkaroon lang ng konting intraday na changes. Pero yeah, as we can see here, si gold is doing breakouts. Breakouts upon breakouts. From here, kung mga sino sa inyo nag-trade ng commodities, ayan, no? From this resistance line, dire-diretso siya everyday. Ganun siya ka-bullish at this time. And that's why bullish din yung mga stock na merong hawak ng gold dito sa Philippines. Like for example nga, itong si APX. Sino pa ba? Si PX also. PX. Ayun, no? Breakout din si PX, eh, oh. Dahil nga puro gold yung hawak nila. Sino ba? CPM. Century... Ano ko Century Peak yun, eh. Hala, nakalimutan ko na yung ano. CPM. Ayun, Century Peak. Wala. Tahimik to si Century Peak. Medyo maliit lang kasi ang hawak ni Century Peak na gold, eh. More on nickel and coal. Itong si CPM. Pero I'm quite surprised na hindi siya gumalaw kahit paano, no? Yeah, so yun yung take ko kay APX. Let's see here. Sabi ni Sofia, hello po. Hi Sofia, good afternoon. Any news on ARIT IPO? Tingnan natin ha. By the way, pagdating sa ARIT IPO, I'll try to create a video about it tomorrow. I-release ko siya tomorrow para mas kompleto. Tingnan natin kung may lalagay natin siya ha. ARIT. Tapos Jude, hello newbie here. Hey Jude. Hey Jude, wow. Good afternoon. Si Edson naman, may negative impact ba kay ACEPH yung nangyaring leak ng heavy fuel sa Iloilo? Yes, it has. Yun nga lang, I think hindi naman siya ganun kalaki. I mean, hindi ganun kalaki yung impact sa kanya. And the good thing about oil companies, meron silang mga parang preventive maintenance, may budget sila doon. So with ACEPH, same thing. Dahil sa nangyari na yon, they have parang meron silang emergency fund na mapagkukunan to rectify yung mga ganong klaseng issues. So in terms of its earnings, I don't see na may malaking impact. But of course, in terms of market sentiment, meron, no? Pero matagal na yata to, di ba? Few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, hindi ko na maalala. And if that's the case, pagdating sa sentiment kasi, sentiments fade. So, kung 2 to 3 weeks ago na itong issue na to, then most likely na nag-fade na yung news na yon, and kung ibababa man nila yung pressure ng ACEPH, priced in na siya at this time. So, yun yung take ko dyan, Edson. Okay? Next, FNI. Ayun, si FNI. Here's another one. Actually, kasama ito ni nickel. Because FNI is also a nickel generating nickel producer. Ito pala yung ano ko. Ayan. Okay. So, malakas yung usap-usapan sa outside world. Outside world talaga yung term ko, no? Pero yeah, malakas yung usap-usapan with nickel dahil sabi nila, which I do agree somewhat, is that Tesla, not only Tesla, but basically the news is that Tesla is working with the global producers para doon sa batteries ng kanilang mga electric vehicles. Okay? Guys, it's not anymore something new for Tesla. Actually, last year pa yung ganong news, no? So, if last year pa pala, then what has changed in the past couple of weeks? To be honest, wala akong nakikitang any changes. Ang pwedeng nakakaapekto lang dito will be just the market sentiment. As you have seen, 'di ba? Or as I have mentioned, yung mining right now is quite loud, or very positive yung sentiment nila dahil din doon sa pag-renew ba ang tamang term? Or remember nyo before yung kay Gina Lopez, 'di ba, there are some mining companies na pinasara niya because of violations. And then this week lang yata or last week, si Roy Simatu yung pinalitan ni yung bagong DNR secretary, nagbigay na ng go signal doon sa mga mining companies that they can already operate after following the new regulations. Okay? So dahil may go signal na sila, then that means yung mining company are quite positive in terms of their sentiment. No? So, ayan. In terms of the chart naman, FNI is doing really good. We can see na nasa uptrend siya, no? If I will be extending this, ayan. I do hope na magtuloy-tuloy siya ha. Pangit naman ng mga drawings. Bakit hindi siya natanggal? Ayan. Okay. So, ayun. As we can see, so si FNI is doing an upward trend at the moment. Yun nga lang medyo kinabahan ako dito sa resistance na to ah. Ilang beses kasi siya. So, you had 1, 2, 3. No? 3 beses na siyang tinetest and then hindi siya umaangat. So, we'll see. Let's see kung anong pwedeng mangyari sa kanya. Kung sa guidance naman, if we are looking at kung holder ka ni FNI, then watch out for this support line, yung diagonal line nito. If bumaba yan dyan, then cut na. Kung halimbawa namang nag-aabang ka ng magandang entry point kay FNI, then I would say etong 108. Wait for a breakout kay 108, no? Para at least mas maganda yung entry mo. So breakout at 108 and then potentially you can target etong 130 ang next potential target price niya. Okay? So yan yung take ko kay FNI. Next. Ayan, kay Dito. Dito and MM actually are very close. They are the most hyped stock couple of weeks ago. And now we can see na it's not looking good anymore. Kay Dito, I think you have already heard the news na they weren't able to meet the target nung technical launch nila. Although technical launch is basically nung July, first week yata, July 8 something. But then based naman sa contract nila with ICT, they are allowed to have parang 3 extension, up to 3 extensions. So nagamit na nila yung extension nila. Yung isa. Okay? Kanina may tanong about sa capital. Ito, yung tanong ni Carlo. Any insight about increased authorized capitalization? They say once approved, this coming sa dito, price will go down. Theoretically, yes, it will go down simply because kailangan mag-normalize ng presyo. Nagtaas sila ng kapit ng... Basically, it will affect kasi yung market cap. Okay? When you increase the capitalization ng isang company, you have to make adjustments para mag-equalize siya sa market cap. And that is where I am expecting a decline sa presyo ni Dito once that happens. Okay? Although hindi ko lang alam kung kailan nila gagawin 'yon. Carlo, may idea ka ba kung kailan? Kung kailan nila gagawin yung increase ng capitalization? Okay. Maybe while waiting for that, kung may idea si Carlo, we'll proceed doon sa technical. Okay? Kung napapansin nyo, I have created a inverse head and shoulders pattern dito kay Dito, no? And unfortunately, it appears na mukhang hindi na continue or hindi nagtuloy ang head and shoulders. Why? Dahil nabasag yung support at 291. When this happens, then that means I'll have to remove this one dahil hindi na siya valid. Okay? We'll be creating another pattern. Okay? Yun pala yung tip. Another tip guys ha, kapag halimbawa you are anticipating a potential pattern na mag-continue and then it didn't happen, you have to reset. reset, and look for another pattern again. Dahil kapag na ganon, that means invalidated na yung pattern na yon, and most likely, hindi na siya matutuloy. So you have to look for another pattern for that. Okay? Now, where do we see dito? Pagdating kay dito, teka ha, tanggalin ko na to dahil nabasag na eh. Okay. Pagdating kay dito, I can see a pennant. Itong part na to. No? Trend line. Okay. So, I can see a pennant na pattern kay dito. And the pennant is actually a continuation pattern. When I say continuation pattern, it will continue kung ano yung trend niya before. So, that is still good for dito. Okay? Ang mahalaga lang is ma-break niya yung resistance. And nasan yung resistance? This line. Etong line na to. Kailangan niyang ma-break yan. And then once ma-break, then that means we could see it going up again. Okay? Saan siya pwedeng pumunta? At this time, I will set my cut loss dito sa area na to. At 235. Okay? So, cut loss point is 235. Kung may hawak kayong dito, just watch out for 235 for a potential cut. No? Kung nag-aabang naman kayo, then yun din, same thing. You can either wait for 235 or just look at this one pag na-break itong line na to. Dahil, once again, this is just a pennant. Okay? So, ayan. Let's see. Sabi ni Carlo, annual stockholders meeting is on July 28. Ayun, okay. Then we'll know on July 28 kung ano yung mangyayari. Kung kailan yung effectivity nung authorized capitalization. Okay. We can see it on a short term na maganda dahil nagtaas sila ng capital. Lumaki yung authorized capitalization niya. Yun nga lang on the negative side kasi is that hindi ka naman nag-increase ng number of shares. So that means madidilute yung presyo. Madidilute siya. So kung before isang slice ka ng pizza, then because of that authorization, increase of capital authorization, then that means yung slice of pizza mo mababawasan siya. Okay? So yun yung potential impact niya kay dito. Okay? So yun yung take ko kay dito sa stock na to. Save ko siya para at least mapag-usapan ulit natin. Pero Carlo, thank you dito sa information na to. Add ko na rin siya sa listahan ko. 7.25. Ayan, para at least aware ako. Ma-check ko din siya. Ayan. Okay, next. MBT. MBT is quite interesting in my opinion. At this time kasi isa siya sa mga medyo tahimik na stock kasi itong MBT eh. Hindi siya masyadong mahilig magbigay ng announcements or news kaya for me medyo nakakatakot siya. Let's check. Meron ba akong makikita dito? Nope. First Metro is not looking at MBT. I think even etong si Call, meron ba to? MBT. Wala din yun. Tagal na nito, May pa to. Wala akong makita. Yeah. Wala masyadong news. Now, kung halimbawa ang isang stock ay wala masyadong news, then that means price action na lang siya. In terms of price action, as we can see here, MBT is on the consolidation. Ito yung pinaka range na ginagawa niya at this time. Okay? So, from 33 pesos up until 43 pesos. Ang potential upside nito is at around almost 30%. which is not bad at all, di ba? Okay. Now, two things on how you can trade MBT. First one is you can trade the range. When I say trading the range, then that means given a consolidation siya, what we can expect for on that stock is potentially pwedeng bumaba yan dito, then angat ulit siya dito, and then bababa ulit siya. Okay? That is trading the range. So, pag nag-bounce dito, pwede kang bumili, and then pag lumapit na siya, na-confirm mo na bababa ulit, then saka magbebenta, then same. Yun yung trading the range. Now, the second option for you is trading the breakout. Sa breakout naman, pag nag-break siya dito, for example, mayroong isang candle na nag-close dito sa taas, then that's the time that you can buy that breakout and wait for another. I think kasi ito yung next niya eh. Next resistance is here at 56 pesos. Okay? So, ayun. That's how you can work out si MBT. Okay? The support here could be either your buying, kung halimbawang you are waiting for MBT, for an entry. Kung may hawak ka namang MBT, then definitely etong support na to will be your cut loss point. Okay? Next. Power. Sino naglagay ito? Sorry, nilagay ko lang siya. Nakita ko kasi dun sa sa chat kanina. Sa comment box kanina. Ali. Okay. Ali is nakakatakot. Hindi naman nakakatakot, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Hindi nakakatakot si Ali. It's just that on a property sector na majority ay mall-based operation ang revenue, medyo nakakatakot siya. Dahil that means na dahil sa nangyayari ngayon na COVID, kahit open yung mall, konti lang ang pumapasok na customers, and at the same time, even yung mga establishments inside, not everyone is operational. So that means yung distribution pwedeng lumiit din. Okay? Now, ang news dito kay Ali is, of course, as you all know, yung AREIT. AREIT Inc. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung kaya natin i-discuss siya mamaya. Otherwise, just wait for my video na I am hoping na I can release tomorrow. Kung ano yung take ko on IPO na AREIT. Okay? Remember guys yung offer period starts on July 27, which is on Monday. Kaya nakikita niyo na nandito na siya kay call, for example. Tingnan natin Sige, very quickly lang. Agree, continue. Okay. So, ayan. 27 peso per share. Listing dito is on August 13. For call subscription or for LSI. Interesting. Pero sige, wait lang. In terms of the offer, may bago na ba? Ay, hindi. I think ito pa rin yung dati. Yeah, ito pa rin yung dati. Company prospectus. Wala. I think ito pa rin yung dati. Pero I'm surprised na at least meron na siya. Kasi before I'm looking for the website ng AREIT, wala. Buti ngayon meron na. May nagawa na sila. So, let's wait kung ano yung mga makukuha natin dito. Ano ba meron dito? Wala na. Final REIT. Ay, ito na pala yung final REIT plan. Okay. So, may babasahin na ako mamaya. Dadagdag ko doon sa view ko. And then, Yun yung ilalagay ko as the part of the video na gagawin natin. Okay. Sabi ni Sofia, nag-subscribe na nga po ako dyan sa call. Nag-subscribe ka na. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. So, ayun this is the first ever REIT. So, very exciting. Pero I'll give more information tomorrow. Okay. Now, Ali, let's talk about some technicals kay Ali. At this time, same as before, same as nung sa iba, consolidation phase siya. Ito yung pinaka range niya at this time. From 28.80 up until 38 pesos. Okay? So, I would say same approach ang gagawin ko from MBT. Kung babalikan natin si MBT, as I have mentioned, di ba? Ito yung potential na gagawin niya. You can trade the range or the breakout. So, since Ali is doing the same course, then I would do the same. Either trade the range or wait for the breakout. Okay? So, and kasi ngayon wala medyo pag consolidation, expect na yung price mag-bounce lang yan. Hindi ka pa makakita ng magandang kumbaga strong rally, wala pa. Okay? Next, AGI. AGI, I think same lang din yata to. Yeah, same lang din. On our siguro a month ago when we had our first weekly stock review, na-mention na natin itong si AGI. And if I remember it correctly, yung isa na pag-usapan natin about AGI is that what we'd like to see is for AGI to continue the consolidation. Okay? AGI continuing the consolidation, mas matagal ang consolidation, mas malakas ang reversal or ang continuation. Okay? When I say reversal, reversing from its down pataas. Pag sinabi kong continuation, then continuing the previous trend. The previous trend is ito which is down. So, a continuation pattern or a continuance would mean it will also go down. Okay? So, yun, para lang hindi kayo malito in terms of the terminology na ginagamit ko. Okay? Ano ang mga news dito kay AGI? Well, medyo negative ang sentiment kay AGI. Two of its major, kasi diba si AGI is a holding firm. A holding firm ng TAN, ni na Andrew Tan. And ang majority ng revenue distribution kay AGI is MegaWorld. As we saw, MegaWorld is not doing well. In fact, yung kanilang CAPEX budget for this year ay nag-slash na. Binawasan nila yung CAPEX budget para ilagay na lang for next year dahil sa mababang sales nila. And of course, syempre during the pandemic, mas kakailanganin ng tao na nasa bangko na lang muna yung cash nila as opposed to put it into an investment vehicle, just like properties. Okay? At the same time, ano ba yung hawak? May gaming to ang AGI Ang gaming ng AGI ay, is it Resorts? Resorts World nga ba? Hindi ko maalala. Teka. You're not logged in. Okay. Nice one. AGI. yung gaming niya na ayun, okay, Resorts World Manila. And as we know, Resorts World Manila is still closed dahil hindi pa naprubahan ang gaming casino. Okay? So, ayan. Ang only thing na medyo positive sa hawak ni AGI is Emperador. Okay? If you have followed yung page natin a couple of days ago, I mentioned na si AP Securities have posted an announcement na they are expecting na si EMP could go back sa index, sa blue chips. And potentially, ang ibo-boot out niya ay SEC. Okay, so yun lang yung nakikita kong only positive dito kay AGI. Okay. Now, in terms of technicals, as we see here, consolidation, at least malapit na siya sa bottom. So, kung halimbawa nag-aantay ka ng entry point kay AGI, wait etong week na to, etong coming week. It will be very interesting. Kasi I think this week natin malalaman if etong support na 570 will hold or not. Okay? So 570 will be your number. Sorry, tama, 570. So watch out for AGI. Kapag bumaba yan, of course, alam nyo na, pag umangat yan, then that means it could be ripe for a bounce. And then, target is at around 760 or 770. That is 35% upside. Okay? So, watch out ha. Watch out kay AGI. Dahil dyan, i-add ko na rin si AGI sa watchlist ko. Bakit? Anong problema nito? Ayan. Okay. Ayan. Okay. Next. DMC. DMC. Kawawang DMC. I've seen DMC nitong mga nakaraang araw and not really good. Okay. Ano mga news kay DMC? Ang hawak niya is of course yung DMCI properties, no? And SCC. SCC ang isa sa, I think yun yung second niya na pinakamalaking contribution in terms of revenue kay DMC. Okay? So with that news na minention ko kanina na pwedeng matanggal si SCC sa index, and at the same time medyo hindi maganda ang kalakaran ng coal at this time, negative ang sentiment kay DMC. Okay? That's why nakita ninyo yung grabe yung pagbagsak niya, di ba? From at least 416 hanggang umabot siya ng 350 at this time. Okay? Pero this is a good news para sa mga nag-aabang dahil again, just like AGI kanina, malapit na siya sa support, which is standing at around 330. Okay? So not so good doon sa mga may hawak sa mga holders ni DMC, pero good news sa mga nag-aabang. Okay? Hindi dahil sa pwede na kayong bumili ha, hindi yon. Dahil malapit na siya sa support, then that means you now have a parang benchmark to wait for a confirmation. Okay? Confirmation if it's bouncing up or magtutuloy-tuloy siya pababa. So, the long wait is almost over. Wait this week kung ano mangyayari sa kanya. Okay? So, yon. That's my take on DMC. Next, COSCO. Hindi ko abisado si COSCO. Hindi ko siya sinusundan. So, give me some time to check kung meron tayong makukuhang mga nope. COSCO. Eto, pwede to. Okay. So, COSCO earnings grow 7.4%. Yes, because COSCO is holding Pure Gold, 'di ba? Pure Gold, what else? Ayun, ito. Pure Gold, meron silang liquor, may real estate, may mining, and special retail. Yes, dahil Costco is another, tawag ito, conglomerate. It's a holding company, no? So kung mapapansin dito, no, almost 60% ng revenue distribution kay Costco ay galing kay Pure Gold. And as we know, Pure Gold is doing really well at this time dahil sa pandemic. So sila, grocery stores, sila yung talagang medyo maganda yung kitaan as opposed to other industries. Okay. What else? Fair value ni call kay Costco is 940. Teka ha, let me take note of that. Ano ngayon? 725. COLTP is, ano ulit yan? 940. 940. 9.4. Para may idea lang ako. And 9.4 is nasa taas pa, which is good. Mataas yung upside. Okay. Now, in terms of technicals, as we can see here, I thought nung nakaraan na magde-develop itong ascending triangle. Oh, di ba? Ascending triangle is this one. Ito yung pinaka-triangle niya. Unfortunately, hindi na-develop yung ascending triangle and na-break yung support. So that means this now is invalidated and I have to look for another pattern or another support para kay COSCO. And looking at the prices, mukhang ito yung nakikita ko. This and potentially this. Okay? So I am hoping na ito lang yung ma-develop sa kanya and mag-bounce na siya at 478 or 480. Let's just put it at 480 para at least may psychological ano rin. Ayan. Okay? So ito yung pinaka range niya at this time. Just like yung mention ko kanina, two ways. You can trade the range or wait for breakout. Okay? So, eto siya. Pwedeng ganyan. So, pwedeng maglaro lang siya on this range, no? Or, the ideal play would be breakout. Breakout, ito. Okay? Ayan. So, kung may hawak kayong COSCO, then set your cut loss at 480 and target price at 565. Sa mga nag-aabang, then medyo malapit siya sa baba, wait for the confirmation candle or confirmation of the support dito kay 480 or you can just wait sa 565 for a breakout. Okay? Yan. Next, ANI. ANI is another stock na dati kong pinaglaruan pero hindi ko na siya na ituloy sa ngayon. Ooh, quite interesting. Okay. So, ANI is more on the agrarian agriculture, no? They are producer and importer of rice. Wala akong napansin na news kay ANI this past few weeks. Yeah, wala. Baka kung may idea kayo, you can free to share it dun sa comment box. Since wala, then let's go to the technicals. Ayan. Okay. Earlier on, I saw na sabi ko mukhang it's doing a reverse cup and holder pattern. Pero mukhang hindi siya nag-materialize. And nagtuloy-tuloy lang itong range na to dito. So, I will have to Remove that dahil hindi na siya updated. Okay? Now, so if I am going to create the range sa kanya, this is how it will look like. No? Does anyone know? Medyo interesting itong pattern na, yung itong candle na to ng Thursday ha. Hindi ko lang alam kung bakit. Baka may guys baka may idea kayo kung ano nangyari sa kanya this uh, ayun sabi ni Diana, unacquired Pay8 Inc. Nagsuspend ng trading. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting. Ano yung Pay8 Inc? Fintech. Yan natin to acquire 51% of Pay8's capital stock galing sa DFNN. Anong Pay8? So, Pay8 has contracts providing payment center utilities like provincial and okay. So, parang bayad center. Bayad center siya. Through Pay8, okay. Yeah. Okay. Mukhang maganda Oo nga, eto nag-resume na nga sila. So kailan na-suspend? Tingnan natin So July 2023. So na-suspend siya. Yung last trading day niya was July 20. And then na-suspend siya ng 2 days, 21, 22 tapos nag-resume ng 24. 23. That's quite interesting. I'm curious kung ilan ang hawak ng Pay8 na kasi sabi dito it is a parang bayad center, a payment centers. No? Hindi ko alam kung ilan ang kanilang hawak na center. That's I think the reason why it's positive news is because kung halimbawang na-acquire nga siya, na-acquire na nga siya, then that means Pay8 will now have more potential network in terms of additional additional centers dahil ang ANI is a company of Antonio Tiu who also owns Greenergy. Green. Kanina pinag-usapan natin. Ayun nga, sinabi na rin pala rito. Oo. So, yeah, quite interesting ito Teka. Dahil dyan, Ma'am Diana Rose, thank you for that key information. At least may add na ulit ako dito. So guys kung halimbawa if you have time, do this one as well para at least aware kayo pagka tumitingin kayo ng mga charts. No, hindi na kayo magse-search. At least nandito na siya. I-add nyo lang siya para may record kayo on what had happened. Ayan. Sa una lang siya medyo madaming ginagawa pero once na masanay na kayo, I've been doing this for few months na. Pag may nakikita akong news, ina-add ko na siya agad. And wala na, parang very normal na lang siya sa akin. Pag may nakikita ako, add. Pagka may bago, add na naman. Ayan. Okay. So, technicals kay Ani, ito yung pinaka-chart niya, no? And same thing, because it's consolidation, then that means either trade range or breakout. Okay? The good thing here is that itong MA50 is doing a really good support sa kanya. So, I am hoping na masustain niya yan. Kasi if it does, then 750 will be a potential support for Ani instead na 7 pesos. No? So, pero yun nga lang, kailangan lang niyang masustain yung presyo. Okay? Next. SEB. Okay, SEB. Okay. Well, I know before what I'm trying to say with SEB or with any of the airlines, aviation industry is to stay away. Simply because at this time, hindi pa natin alam kung saan sila pupunta dahil sila yung pinaka-affected ng COVID eh. Di ba? But lately, I've been seeing some movements, really interesting movements sa aviation industry dahil mukhang karamihan ng tumututok sa kanya or at least nag-a-analyze sa kanya is considering na price in na yung risk. Okay? When we say na price in na yung risk, they have already concluded na okay, ito yung potential na loss ko dito, okay lang. I think this is a good price na to start buying. Parang ganon. Okay? Although for me personally, I would still try to avoid any aviation stock or any tourism stock at this time. Okay? But then that's just me. Kung halimbawang meron kayong hawak na SEB, siguro I would or what I would do is just treat it just like any other stock out there. No? Since nasa consolidation phase siya, then that means same guidance yung gagawin natin. Although watch out for this MA50 ha. Kasi kung mapansin niyo, nare-reject yung presyo dito. So also consider yung MA50 whenever you plan to trade SEB. Okay? What I mean by that is at this time it's not a good buy yet. It's not a good, hindi magdudugtong na good buy but it's not a good buy yet. Dahil nakaharang pa si MA50 sa kanya. A good potential entry will be pagka na-break niya yung MA50. Then that means the next target is itong 5420. Okay? So the ideal candle should look like this. Nasa taas, mag-close siya above. And then followed by another candle na same din, tumaas ulit siya. Then that's much better. And that means target price 5420. Okay? So again, you can trade the range or you can trade the breakout. Yun yung sa kanya. Yun yung maganda sa kanya. Kung may hawak na kayo, then siguro medyo delikado to be honest. I would place my cut loss point dito sa area na to. 3605. Dito, kung may hawak na ako, most likely nakabili kayo sa taas. So cut loss will be 3605. Pag na-miss nyo ang 3605, then expect na abot siya ng 3125 or 30 pesos even. Okay? So yan yung take ko kay SEB. Let's see. Sabi ni Mia, MM and MWIDE. Tingnan natin ha. MWIDE. Sabi ni Kimberly, Meg, JFC and MM. Kimberly, sorry yung JFC kasi nagawa na natin siya kanina. So siguro watch out na lang doon sa recording para mabalikan mo yung JFC kasi at this time dumoble na pala. This time kasi nasa HLCM na tayo. JFC was here. Nasa taas pa. So you can check the recording later on para mabalikan ninyo. Okay? Now, HLCM. Ayoko nang puntahan si HLCM. I would highly advise get out of HLCM. Wag na muna kay HLCM guys. Ayan yun. Recent news kay HLCM is that the company has already announced na they are not anymore for sale, which is good. And they will try to, ano na lang, they will try to expand. Pero with that, medyo at this time, hindi pa ganun kaganda ang outlook nila pagdating sa expansion. So, pwedeng mangyari dyan, next year pa yan. Having said that, if we look at the technicals dito sa chart, wala. It's really ang baba na niya. Tingnan natin kung saan siya pwede kumuha ng support. Meron ba? Ayun, okay. Next support is this one. 450. 448 to 450. Yeah, kung gusto nyo mag-bounce play, then watch out for 448. Okay? Pero again, as a reminder, sabi ko kanina, di ba, trend is your friend unless it tells you otherwise. At this time, ang trend ni HLCM is downtrend. So, depende sa inyo kung kaya ng sikmura ninyo, then go. Kung hindi gaano, then I would stay away from HLCM. Okay. Next, GTCAP. So, GTCAP, this is from the T family. TY hindi yung milk tea. Okay. With GTCAP, ano bang hawak ni GTCAP? So, holding company kasi ito si GTCAP, di ba? Ang hawak niya ay FLI, Toyota Motors, Federal, ayun, and then Metrobank, AXA, Toyota Motors, ayan. And company has also stake in Metro Pacific. Okay. Yep. Okay. So wala GTCAP. Hindi ko kasi masyado minamomonitor si GTCAP, so wala akong idea gaano sa kanya. Tagal na to. Q1 earnings pa to. So, since wala, then let's go to technicals na lang. Or wait lang. GTCAP. Wow. Latest. July 24, wala. Puro mga, ano lang to. Eto. Oh, okay. Etong si MyTrade, may ano siya. Kaso yung GTCAP niya is because of MPI. GTCAP. Okay. So wala, medyo negative yung sentiment ni ni Abacus kay GTCAP ha. Simply because of property sector, yung federal land, and then yung Toyota Motors. Syempre dahil sa COVID, sobrang affected ang mga car makers. So, yeah. Fundamentals, medyo hindi maganda. Technicals, we can see na it is doing a consolidation once again, just like the rest. So, pwede natin i-consider ito as the consolidation, or another one, mas malaki, will be this one. Lagay ko na rin siya para may reference. No? Okay. Now, kung may hawak kang GTCAP, then I would conservatively place the cut loss point at 437, which is eto na. So, wait for Monday kung ano mangyayari sa kanya. If bumaba pa siya, less than 437, umabot let's say ng, siguro give it, wag na 437, 435 yan, para medyo ano. At 435, pag bumaba pa siya dyan, nag-close at mas mababa pa sa 435, then I will be executing the cut loss na. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman tayo kay GTCAP, then same thing. No? Yung 435 to 437, could be a good entry kay GTCAP. And then, pero kung may entry ka, gaano kalaki yung upside mo? Kasi that is something that you have to consider as well. It is about 20%. So, not bad. That's good. Good enough ang 20%. Okay? So, yan yung take ko kay GTCAP. Next is BDO. Si BDO, ano pa mga news kay BDO? Teka lang, save ko muna itong ano to. Yan. Okay. Wait lang ha. Sige. So, si BDO kasi, wala siyang masyadong news nung nakaraan eh. Meron ba? Uh, fuff, 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 fuff. Wala. Kasi the last news that I got is eto nga, no, yung nilagay ko yung BDO Nomura. Because yung joint venture nila with the Nomura Securities, gusto nang humiwalay ng Nomura mismo. And that's why, sabi naman ni BDO, they are ready to buy Nomura out. No? So that means, most likely if that happens, marirename na itong BDO Nomura to, I don't know, BDO Trade. Parang BPI Trade lang. So, ayan. But after that, wala pang news. Overall, for the financial sector, medyo hindi rin maganda dahil itong si BDO is one of the leading, if not the leader, in terms of retail loans. No? And pagdating sa loans, that means kung halimbawang affected yung manggagawa, yung retail people like us, na may loan sa bangko, sa kotse, sa bahay, and hindi tayo makabayad, then that means yung earnings nila is also affected. So that is how they are being affected. Okay? Technicals, same thing. We are seeing a consolidation dito. So that means we can consider trading the range or trading the breakout. I won't dig too much on that kasi ilang beses natin siya pinaulit-ulit na pagka-consolidation, yun ang potential na play. Okay? Trading the range or trading the breakout. Para at least mapabilis din tayo and makapture natin yung iba pang mga stock. Okay? Now, let's see. Saan na ba tayo? Okay, BDO. MAC Croatia. MAC is another aviation industry. As I've mentioned kanina, not really good for me personally. However, ang news dito kay MAC is yung kanyang stock dividend. Okay? The company have declared or have announced na they will be giving 20% stock dividend to all the shareholders by the ex-date. Okay? So ex-date is on August 11 and then payment is on September 11. Okay? Now, what does this mean kapag meron tayong stock dividend? Na inilagay ko siya doon sa video ko nung I think Monday yata or Tuesday about MAC, no? And as I've mentioned, same ito nang nangyari kay PX way back 2008. So what happened was nagbigay si PX ng I think 30% stock dividend. So ang nangyari on the ex date, nag-drop yung presyo ng stock. Tingnan ko kung kaya natin, saan ba siya? 2008 March 4. Teka ha. Tingnan ko. Ito nga ba yun? Ay, ba tayo nasa MAC? Hindi. PX pala dapat. KPX and ayun, ayan o. This one. So ito yung nangyari kay PX nung way back 2008. no? Before the ex date, yung presyo niya is at around 9, nag-close at 940. The next day, nung nag-ex date na siya, nag-open siya at 770. So that's about, I think, almost 30%. Tingnan natin 21%. Pero yeah, nasa ganong area. Okay? So, that means for MAC on August, we are expecting, on August 11, at least I am expecting na ganon yung mangyayari sa kanya. Okay? So, ayun. In terms of technical, sa ngayon, everyone is looking after the dividend, no? So, yun yung pinaka-major catalyst niya. But if we look at the chart itself, we can see na consolidation din si MAC. Ito yung pinaka-ano niya. Okay? From 334 up to 707. Medyo mataas ha. Laki nito, almost 100% ha. Yeah. Parang hindi na siya makatotohanan pagdating sa ano. Pero yeah, yun yung at least right now, if ganito yung nangyayari, if ganito yung presyohan niya, then most likely, ang best approach will be trade the range na lang instead of waiting for the breakout na nasa 707 pa. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on MAC. MER. So, pagdating naman dito kay Meralco, medyo negative ang sentiment sa kanya simply because yung mga naging issue doon sa mga yung discrepancy ng mga billing, kuryente. So, hindi ko alam kung kumusta yung billing sa inyo. Sa akin yung billing ko medyo okay. I think fair naman siya dahil nakita ko naman yung adjustments. Pero may mga kakilala ako na talagang grabe yung pagtaas ng presyo. Nung bill nila from the normal 1 to 1.5, umabot sila ng 11,000. Sabi ko, wow, that's outrageous. So ayan, nandoon yung yung nasa negative sentiment itong si Mer, and they have also acknowledged that, sabi nga nila, they will be reviewing yung mga bills na merong discrepancy and bibigay sila ng adjustments, no? But then that is a short-term negative sentiment. In the next couple of weeks, I think okay na siya, mawawala na lang siya, no? Now, having said that, looking at the chart here, same as before, ito pa rin yung yung consolidation phase, no? Following that negative short-term sentiment, then I think and I am hopeful na etong support na to at 250 mag-hold sa kanya. Okay? So, kung halimbawa may hawak kayo ng MER, kung nakakuha kayo dito, much better. Kung hindi man, then please do set your cut loss at 250. Doon naman sa mga nag-aabang, then ayun, same thing. 250 will be your ideal entry point. Yung bounce from 250 ha. Bounce from 250. And then, target is 293. 290 or 293. Yun. Nasa ganong range. Okay. So, ayan. Tinatry ko na siyang medyo bilisan guys ha. Para makarami tayo. It's 3:43. So, we will be ending our live by 4 p.m. Okay. So, in about 18 minutes or 17 minutes, I think kaya naman natin siya maubos itong mga part na to. Sige. Now, SCC, as I mentioned kanina, Negative ang sentiment kay SEC dahil sa potentially mawawala siya sa index. Ano yung ibig ko sabihin na potentially mawawala siya sa index? Ito. Nakita ko na yun with my trade. Ito. This one. Okay. So, kaya ko ba lakihan to? Or pwede ko ba siyang save ko na lang siya para pwede nating lakihan. Ayan. Yan. Para mas mabasa ng lahat. Okay. So, ito yung tinutukoy ko kanina, no, na SEC could be booted out in place for EMP, for Emperador. Okay? Bakit siya pwedeng bumaba or bakit siya bumaba? Let's look at the history. No? When I say history, tulad nito, in 2019, Picor was booted out and then pinalitan siya ni Bloom. Kung napapansin natin, si Picor nag-change minus 16% while si Bloom plus 25%. Same thing nung 2017, nung na-delist, actually hindi pa pala, nawala mo na si EDC, saka siya na-delist. Okay? So, nawala si EDC, pumasok si RHI. Nung nawala si EDC sa index, minus 30%. Nung pumasok naman si RHI, plus 21% naman si RHI. Okay? And then, eto rin. Ito yung first time na nawala si EMP. So, before, nasa index group etong si EMP and then nawala noong 2017 in place for pure gold. So, minus 16 and then plus 4%. Okay? So, yun yung pwedeng mangyari. Did the PSE already confirm this? Not yet. Wala pa silang confirmation. But, again, the index recomposition happens twice a year. So, every half year. No? And it is based on the computation na binibigay ng... Nakalimutan ko kung anong pangalan ng report na yon. But I think that is the same report na na basis ng computation na ginawa nito ni Abacus My Trade. Okay? So yun yung isa sa reason kung bakit nakikita natin na bumababa ngayon si SEC because of that potential event. Okay? So ayan. Now, what to do with the SEC? If may hawak kayong SEC, paano nga ba natin yan to? Medyo nahihirapan ako kasi to be honest, ito yung medyo mahirap na part. We all know na meron ng paparating na potentially negative news sa kanya. However, because of that potential, most likely na price in na rin yung presyo. And malapit na siya dito sa support line niya. So, it's now a question of either should I wait out dahil malapit na rin naman or I'll just sell it and take the losses. No? When that happens sa akin, I always go back to the basic, to the fundamental fact na saan ko ba nakikita yung papunta itong Semerara. And if I will be answering that question, I would say na it's not looking good. Having said that, then going back to the chart, with this, I would just say, okay, bahala na. I will just cut it. I'll just sell. Okay? Now, doon naman sa mga nag-aabang, then a good entry price would be at 860. Bounce from 860. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on SEC. Next. APVI. Sana naman hindi kayo umabot dun sa 240. Anyways, where is APVI going? Wala akong masyado makitang news about APVI kasi it's a relatively small company na hawak ng JGS at this time. No? So, kung titingnan natin yung charts na lang, naklik ko ba? Ayaw niya. Yun. Oh my God, ano nangyayari? Yun. Ayan. Oh my goodness. Ba't ayaw niyang mahila? Ayan, okay. Now, with APVI, as I mentioned kanina, trend is your friend. The trend of APVI this time is on a downtrend. Okay? If hopefully hindi naman kayo umabot dito sa taas or anything above 50 pesos. 50 pesos. No? I hope walang naka above 50 pesos dito. If meron at hawak nyo pa rin, cut it. Cut it. There's no point holding uh, onto that price point. Okay? Kung nag-aabang kayo kay APVI kung saan magandang pumasok, I would say to wait. Hintayin kung saan pwedeng pumunta itong stock na to. Okay? Siguro a good entry will be, normally I would say itong 1765 pero sige, ganito na lang para mas madali. APVI, look for other stock na lang. Wag na APVI. This is too volatile and too small para mapaglaruan ninyo and baka maipit lang kayo dito eventually kung hindi pa kayo ipit. Okay? So just wag na. Wag na kay APVI. So tatanggal kung pwede mo magtanggal ng ng stock dito sa Instagrams para lang hindi malito, no. But basically yeah, yan. Stay away from APVI. Next, LC. Hindi ako familiar with LC to be honest. Hindi ko siya monitor. Lepanto. Uy. Nice. Oh, mining. Okay. Yeah. Pero I'm curious, ano ang hawak ng LC? Kung mining siya, gold. Yeah, okay. So gold CLC. Then as I have mentioned kanina, gold is doing an all-time high for the past 6 days. So LC is doing really really well. No? Is it all-time high na ba? Hindi pa. Or 52 week. Yes, 52 week high. Okay? Now, anong pwede natin gawin kay LC? Well, this is more on the technical side na lang ha. Kasi LC is on an uptrend. Pero yung uptrend niya sobrang stiff. Or sobrang steep. No? Halos pa-vertical na talaga yung galawan niya. And I can place the resistance at this level at 1365 na sobrang lapit na niya. Okay? Now, what to do here? Kung may hawak kayong LC, watch out for 1365. Okay? What I would do there is kapag on Monday, lumapit-lapit pa siya, no? Pero hindi siya nag-close above, then I will be partially selling. Okay? Partial sell. Kung may hawak ako, let's say, 20,000 pesos worth, then siguro partial sell ako kahit ng 35% or 50%. Okay? Para at least meron naman akong gain kahit pa paano in case na magdire-diretso ito pababa or at kung bumaba siya. Okay? Pero kung halimbawa naman mag-breakout, then okay lang. I still have 50% of the stock. Diba? Now, doon naman sa mga nag-aabang, then no-brainer, wait for the breakout. Yun na lang yung magiging yun na yung magiging play. Wait for the breakout. Breakout or pull back upon breakout. Yun na lang. Pero maganda siya, ang ganda ng galawan nito ng LC. And at the same time, kung mapapansin niyo, no, itong volume niya is also an uptrend. So this is a really good bullish stock. Okay? Ingat lang, wag magpapaipit sa mga mining stocks. Okay? Ayan. Next, CHP. CHP is from the infrastructure. Wala ko masyadong narinig na any news kay CHP, so I'll go straight sa kanyang technicals. Okay. Pagdating sa technical, this is not good. This is not good. It has already broken the support at 0.92, no? Ito, lakihan ko siya. Ayan, no? Etong nung Thursday, na-break na niya. And then, nung Friday, kahapon, tinry niyang bumalik pero hindi. Walang nangyari. Nag-close lang siya almost the same. So, that means, for me, it could go down even more. Okay? Kasi nung Thursday, that is another all-time low. Yeah, that's another all-time low para kay CHP. So if that happens, no, stay away muna until you can confirm na it has already bounced. Next, BPI. Hindi ba natin na-discuss yung BPI? Ay, MBT tsaka BDO pala yun. Okay. So BPI, I can see BPI na medyo consolidating. It's holding the MA50 line really well. Medyo nag-down siya pero I think nakabawi. So I'll be very interested to know kung ano mangyari sa kanya on Monday. Okay? Siguro a short-term consolidation will be etong point na to. Okay? So, ayun. I hope na umangat siya more. Siguro mag-close lang to on Monday ng 70.5. That's medyo okay na siya. At least nakalampas na ng MA50. Otherwise, baka pulutin natin to at 68 or 67 or 68 pesos. Umabot pa ng 68 pesos. And potentially, it could go down pa up until 57. Okay? So, yan. Mac, na pag-usapan na natin, fruit. Okay. Fundamentally, fruit is doing well. Q1 niya they were actually up nung Q1 by, I think, 39%. No? Yun nga lang guys, ito lang kahit up ang fruit, medyo diskumpiyado lang ako kasi I think it is brought by by the surge nung nag-IPO siya. Because of the IPO, nagkaroon sila ng additional fund. So that means they can put up additional na mga stand or kiosk or centers nung fruit. And I think yun yung nagpataas sa kanya. Okay? However, now that we are on COVID, then I am expecting na bababa yung earnings nito ni fruit. I would be very surprised kung magpa-positive pa siya for Q2. Okay? Now, technicals kay fruit. Tanggalin ko na tong to. Okay. Technicals ni fruit, wala masyadong medyo malaki ha. Ayan. This is the range that I can see kay fruit. Wala akong makitang any specific pattern na available sa kanya at this time. So I will just stick with the range. Range is between 1 peso up until 147. Okay? And then it's also below MA50. So basically, yung bias niya will be on the negative side. So siguro, if you would ask me, siguro I would stay away from fruit muna until mag-stabilize ng maayos yung presyo niya. Okay? When I say stabilize, siguro gusto kong mag-consolidate siya ng ganito. So, in the next 1 to 2 weeks, pag na-sustain niya itong 1.18 or 120, then mas okay yung ganong presyo. Ngayon kasi masyadong malaki yung yung trend niya. I mean yung range niya. So mahirap tansyahin. Okay? Next. rate, ayun, as I've mentioned, bukas I am hoping to create a video and releasing it by tomorrow. MM. Okay. MM is another growth stock, no? Na sabay siya ni dito. And as we can see here, it's downtrend. Si MM is on a downtrend. Kung may hawak kayong MM, I hope na nakalabas na kayo. Pero kung halimbawa naman yung hawak nyo sa kanya is from the IPO, I think okay lang. Like for example, ako I have IPO shares ng MM. I bought it at 1 pesos, no? So siguro nakapagbenta na ako ng almost 70% of my holdings. Meron pa ako natitirang konti and I plan to keep it kasi well, I think masyado namang mataas yung ano ko, yung gain naman sa kanya. So or masyado malalim naman yung ano ko, yung average price ko. So okay lang. I can manage. Pero kung halimbawa kayo naghahanap pa kayo ng magandang entry point, then wala, na-reach niya na tong 2 pesos eh. For me 2 pesos should be the next na magandang entry point, 2 pesos. Pero right now it's 2.35 eh. I'm not sure sa ganyang galawan, most likely medyo magre-rebound na yan. No? Pero again, kung halimbawa gusto niyo mag-abang talaga sa kanya, then 2 pesos will be the ideal entry point. Okay? Next. MWIDE. It's 4 p.m. pero sige, dalawa na lang naman. So, I think we can continue this. So, MWIDE. Si MWIDE kasi meron siyang exposure din sa aviation dahil parang MAC din siya na merong airport operation na business, which is ito yung sa Cebu. Yung Cebu International Airport. Tama ba yung pangalan? Nakalimutan ko. Pero yeah, yun yung ano. So they operate the Cebu International Airport. Okay? But then majority of its business is on the construction and infrastructure. No? And the good thing is that nagre-restart na ngayon yung mga projects na hawak nila. Okay? So at least this is better, a lot better compared to MAC. Kay MAC kasi is purely airlines eh. Purely aviation na they support the catering at saka yung airport operation maintenance. At least dito kay MWIDE medyo may diversification siya. Okay? Now, what I like about MWIDE is that itong MA50 is doing a really good job supporting the stock. No? The only thing that I would ask for MWIDE is not to fall under 7 pesos. Not to wait lang ha. Medyo bigla akong na ano dun 7 pesos kasi is a psychological support. So if malalagdag pa siya, ayun na lang. If malalagdag pa siya from 7 pesos, then I hope na masustain niya ang 670. Okay? So 670. Once it holds 670, then okay na yan. Next is 797 or around 8 pesos as target price. Kung nag-aabang naman kayo ng MWIDE, then same thing. Itong 670 would be a good entry point from the or kung gusto niyo mas makasigurado, then 8 pesos breakout. Okay? Next. So si MWIDE. MWIDE is doing well in terms of the chart. Ayan no. Oh, wait lang. May development tayo nung kahapon because it closed at 307 and the 307 is below the support line. Okay. Now, when this happens, for me, siguro as an additional safety net, no? Since nakikita ko rin kasi na yung MA50 is still in play, kahit nabasag na itong support line na to, MA50 is still supporting the stock, yung presyo niya, no? So, siguro I'll wait this week kung ano mangyayari. Once mabasag pa itong MA50, then I would I would sell. I would sell the stock. Okay? Now, if mag-rebound, hopefully mag-rebound, bumalik siya ulit dun sa range niya, then that's the ideal scenario. And when that happens, we are still on track para doon sa 370 na target price. Okay? So, ayun. Teka, hindi ko na nakita na yung sa comment box natin. Meron pa palang mga ano dito. So, sabi ni Elmer EMP, napag-usapan natin ay EMP kanina, na the stock is looking good dahil pwede siyang bumalik sa index. EMP, PNB, MWIDE. Sabi ni Vicente, MWIDE yun ata, debt niya kailangan restructure. Vicente, actually normal lang yung ganyan. Most naman have debts, and even on the restructuring side, I think that is a common operational mechanism for any stock or for any company. So I think it should not be a catalyst or a major catalyst for a stock unless katulad siya ng nangyayari kay EBS, no, na they really have no other choice but to restructure because hindi na renew yung contract. Okay, so ayan, it's already 4:05. So I think siguro 2 hours would be enough. I'm really sorry kung hindi ko na review yung ibang mga bagong pasok na mga stock, no? But we'll try to do the same next week. And this week I hope na we can also do the weekly the chart of the day para at least may reference tayo for this week, no? Okay? So once again guys, maraming salamat for tuning in. Once again, kung halimbawang may time kayo, hindi pa kayo nakapag-subscribe sa social media accounts natin, please do so. It really helps us big time. Okay? So once again, thank you so much for joining me today, and best of luck on your trades this week. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.